Okay class, so we just got done reading our book about the missing cookies. So today, for math, we're going to do a fun little lesson about some missing cookies. Does that sound like fun? Okay, so I brought this jar of cookies into class today. And in this jar, there are 15 cookies. Now I'm going to need one of you guys to come up and help me by taking some of these cookies out of the jar. Okay? Kylie, do you want to come up and take some cookies out of the jar? Okay. Here we go. Go ahead. Good. Okay, so Kylie's just taken 3 cookies out of this jar. So if we started off with 15 cookies in this jar, and Kylie came up and took 3 cookies from this jar, how many cookies are left in the jar? Now it's a simple subtraction problem that we've been going over all week. So, can anybody tell me? Good. Now, there are 12 cookies in the jar. So if we subtract 3 from 15, we get 12. Very good. So let's do another simple subtraction problem before we go into our new lesson for the day. So, I'm going to put the 3 cookies back in the jar. So now we're back with 15 cookies in our jar. So does somebody else want to come up and take some cookies out of the jar? Okay, come on Milo. Alright, while Milo takes some cookies out of the jar, from this jar. If we started out with 15 cookies in our jar, and Milo just came out and took 5 cookies out of the jar, can somebody tell me how many cookies are left in our jar? Good! We have 10 cookies left in our jar. Because if you subtract 5 from 15, we get 10. Very good. Seems like you guys learned a lot. Okay. So now I'm going to put these cookies back in our jar. Okay, so now we're back with 15 cookies in our jar. And now I'm going to teach you guys a new lesson. It's an algebraic lesson, and it's about a missing number. So it's kind of like our missing cookie book, where we have a missing number. So now I'm going to have Kylie come back up and take some cookies out of this jar. And while she takes some cookies out of this jar, everybody in the classroom is going to cover their eyes or put their heads on their desk. They're going to do something. Just make sure your eyes are closed, because we're not going to have to know how many cookies Kylie took out of the jar, because that's our missing number. All right, so Kylie, come on up and take some cookies out of this jar. Everybody else, keep their eyes closed. Okay, everyone, you can open your eyes now. So Kylie's just got finished taking some cookies out of the jar. So we started off with 15 cookies. Right now, we have 11 cookies in our jar. So what we're supposed to do is find the missing number, which is the missing number of cookies Kylie's just taken out of our jar. So if we now have 11 cookies in our jar, and we started off with 15, what is that missing number? Can anybody tell me what that missing number is? Kylie, do you want to? Oh, Kylie figured it out, so Kylie can't tell us. Anybody else want to try? Milo? Okay. Good. 4. Now, can Milo tell the classroom? Can you tell the classroom how you figured that out? Good. That's a very good way. So, how Milo figured it out is he went from 11, so he thought in his head, okay, there's 11 cookies in our jar. So if we add 12, 13, 14, 15, so if we add 1, 2, 3, 4 to 11, we get 15. So does that make sense to everybody? We'll try a couple more. Okay, So Milo, do you want to now come up and take some cookies out of the jar? I'm going to add the cookies that Kylie took out, so her 4 cookies. So we have 15 cookies back in our jar. Now Milo's going to come up and take some cookies out. Everybody close their eyes. Okay, you can open your eyes now. So Milo's just taking some cookies out of this jar. So we had 15 cookies in our jar. Now we have 6 cookies in our jar. So can somebody tell me? Actually, we'll all do it together. So we have 6 cookies in our jar, and we started off with 15. So let's add up from 6 until we get to 15. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wow. So Milo's taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cookies from the cookie jar. So we started off with 15. Milo took out 9, and that's giving us 6 cookies left in the jar. Wow. So see, that wasn't so hard, wasn't it? Now I'm going to give you some problems on the board, and we're all going to help each other figure it out. So we're not going to use the cookies anymore. So let's say we have 3 plus question mark equals 9. So our goal is to figure out what plus 3 plus what equals 9. So let's all use our fingers and figure this out. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3 plus 3 plus 6 equals 9. Everybody understand? Good. So let's try a couple more problems. So let's do 7 plus blank equals 10. So 7 plus blank equals 10. So let's use our fingers. So 7, 8, 9, 10. So 7 plus 3 equals 10. All right, let's do one more like this. So except this time, let's do question mark plus 6 equals 8. So what plus 6 equals 8? So let's all do it together. 6, 7, 8. So 2 plus 6 equals 8. Very good, class. Now that you guys have got this, figuring it out with our fingers, let's do a little bit harder example. So we're going to start off with, let's do 6 plus what equals 13. So we're going to try to figure out this question mark. And this time, we're not going to use our fingers. So how are we supposed to figure this out without using our fingers? So what we want to do is figure out what this question mark is. So in order to do that, we want to get this question mark all by himself. So let's subtract this 6 from both sides. And the reason we subtract the 6 from both sides is because we want to get this question mark by itself in order to figure out what it equals. So when we subtract 6 from 6, those cancel out because they get 0. So they just cancel out. So when we subtract 6 from 13, that's a regular subtraction like we were doing last week. So can anybody tell me what that is? 13 minus 6 is? Good. 7. So let's bring down our question mark. Let's bring down our equal sign. So our question mark equals 7, which makes our problem 6 plus 7 equals 13. Very good. So now I'm going to put another example right here, and I want you all to figure it out on your own piece of paper, and then we'll all work it out after I write it down, okay? So I want you to figure out 8 plus question mark equals 15. So everybody take some time and work that out, and I'll walk around and help you if you need some. And then I'll come back to the board and we'll all figure it out together. Okay, did everybody get some chance to figure it out? Does anybody want to take a guess? All right, well, let's work it out first, and then we'll see if you got it right. So we have 8 plus question mark equals 15. Can someone tell me what the first step is? Good, Kylie. We want to subtract 8 from both sides. And why do we want to subtract 8 from both sides? Good, Milo. Because we want to get this question mark all by himself, because that's the missing number. So let's subtract 8 from both sides. When we subtract 8 from this side, what happens? Very good. They cancel out because 8 minus 8 is what? 0. Very good. So 15 minus 8 is what, class? Good. 7. And what do we do with these question mark and equal signs? We bring them down. Very good. So bring down our question mark. Bring down our equal sign. And so our answer is 7. So our missing number is 7. So 8 plus 7 equals 15.